one, I mean, I can remember many years ago writing a sort of little piece on it. Is love enough?
Mm.
Actually,
Okay,
because
what a
I was
great
thinking that,
question. Yeah.
yeah, and I think that if we can translate that into being aware of children's minds, that what is the most, if you like, thoughtful and kind act that a therapist can um, make. And I think it is what are the components of the kind of love that a therapist has. And I think it is an intense attention to the mind of a child and how that is. I think that is the therapeutic version of kindness.
Yeah.
And whatever,
Can you just, that sounds so important. Could you say that again for us, how you
so
describe it?
it's what love is. I think the comment is a very valid comment. But you sort of, what are the components of love? What there are many. The thing is, I met many parents who love their kids to bits, and they so screw up on the parenting. It's very hard to do that. And usually, the kind of children I've worked with are with parents who've loved intensely but got the parenting wrong. So love for those children becomes quite a dangerous commodity. And so, I mean, my conclusion is that the most intensely kind act of therapy is to allow ourselves to be open to the mind of the child. And in a way, I think that is the most intensely kind act of parenting as well. That we're so the phrase is the sort of minded, that we're aware of the minds of others, and as therapists, we're intensely aware of the developing mind and how that mind gets ensnared and caught and trapped in difficulty. So that was how I would translate it. So I'll say it one more time. So the component of love that therapists are enacting is the mindfulness of people's minds in order to help them be freer to love themselves.
Like that
Mm.
intense attention to the mind of
Yeah,
another is just such
yeah,
a, it's, yeah, a really lovely description of what love can be, and I
yeah.
guess in a therapeutic context, because it can mean, love can mean so many different things, as you say, even become like a
Yeah,
dangerous commodity to a
a
child. And
totally dangerous commodity. Absolutely. Sadly, I think it pretty well. It's a great way to start summarising what we've been saying. That the love that healthy and secure children can expect has become a dangerous commodity for children who are frightened and traumatized. And so we need to find a way to translate that. And loving, I mean, when we reveal intense affection to our clients. But in a way that if I've worked with children where that's completely terrifying, they absolutely hate it. And the intensity of that affection is something quite alien to them.
yeah,
So, and carers who have loved children and, their love has frightened the child to death. So we have to kind of learn to balance that a little bit.
yeah,
So I think that's a real, that question was a trigger for a very, very long conversation,
yeah,
really.
yeah,
Mm.
and just
So thank you
so
for the
important. Yeah, what a great
question.
question.